this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. It's the first carry here for Jamal Charles. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And as we peer at this offense now, let's look at Jamal Charles, a guy who continues to be so productive in this league.
No matter where he touches it on the field, there's a very good chance he can go the distance.
Hey, move, 45. Move.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it off to Jamal Charles there. And it's 3rd down. And a quick look at the Buccaneer defensive starters.
Joe McCoy's one of the top defensive tackles in the league. Always a threat to go to the Pro Bowl, especially because of his pass rushing ability.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, move, 45.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Fielded at the 33. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. They go play action here on 1st down. And break, the tight end's got it. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough.
Second down and 4. Now the first carry for Doug Martin. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And one advantage for this offensive unit is the big target, Mike Evans.
Play to his strength, his size and catch radius. Throw it up there, let him go get it.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. The play clock's running down. Jameis to throw it. He finds Humphries. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back. In that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
When Derek Johnson entered the league as a first-round draft pick, he was known as an outside linebacker with a lot of speed. He's evolved into one of the best inside linebackers in the NFL.
On 2nd down, Martin. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Now Winston. This is caught by Jackson. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Time running out here on the play clock. First down. Here's the run with Martin. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Now, that's the Doug Martin we saw, not just in his rookie year when he burst on the scene out of Boise State, but how about in 2015 when he earned a big-time contract extension from Tampa Bay?
Yeah, you mentioned it, from Boise State, 31st pick back in 2012. First down, Winston. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field. Finding time. Looking for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown? Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 3rd down, Winston. Complete. He finds Bray. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. First and goal here from the 9. This is Johnson, the fullback. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Second down, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Doug Martin, and it'll bring up third down. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. Third and goal, Winston. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. After the interception, here's Smith. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they're able to react and knock the ball away.
Back to the air, Smith on second down. This is intercepted. Picked up by Joe Schobert, the rookie. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a second down throw for Winston. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Jameis to throw it. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Now Winston. He's got time. Now he's forced out left. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. And we know that Winston can use those legs, Charles. 6 rushing touchdowns last year as a rookie, second only among quarterbacks to Newton.
I think people have a belief that Jameis Winston is one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the league. I'm not sure that's totally true. But he knows how to run the football. He can make people miss. He also uses his size to run over people when necessary. A very intelligent runner who knows how to find the end zone in key situations.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The slot man in motion right. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Offense just a yard away from the line they need to gain. Third down. Short yardage situation. Here's Charles. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Second down following the incompletion. Smith going to turn and give to Charles. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third down now following the run. They come out here in the eye. They'll send Macklin in motion left. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So third down, just 1 yard to go. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Under. Force.
Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
And there's a completion to Travis Kelsey. I think he's starting to come into his own as a tight end and as a player, and that makes his quarterback, Alex Smith, really happy.
A first down carry here for Charles. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. William Golston in on the stop.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Macklin, the man in motion. On second down, here's Smith. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Ready. Over.
They come out here in the eye. Throwing on third down, Smith. Backing up. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jude I.J. Barima. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
One receiver to the left is Evans.
Let's go now. 525.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And this will be incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's third and short.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. Winston on 3rd and 2. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Fresh set of downs here. Jameis now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And now they're in the hurry-up. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So 2nd and 10 here. The second down throw for Winston. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The 5-time Pro Bowler, Tom Bahali, in there to sack him. And that is 10 for him now on the year. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
3rd and long for Winston. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And out come the Chiefs now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
after the interception. Here's Smith. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Charles the lone setback. Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Smith. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So they bring pressure from the corner, and the corner blitz pays off.
When you make it look like man-to-man coverage and then bring the corner off the corner, big plays often result, and it sure did on that one.
Fielded just inside the 20. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Jameis to throw it. They set up the screen to Martin. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That puts a good dent into their first down setback. It's a pickup of 16.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They come up in an offset eye. Winston now. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Winston gives to the tailback, Martin. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
Now Jameis on second down. And a catch right side by Evans. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. To throw is Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Back to the ground, Martin. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, from the safety of our booth, I think it's okay after that run that I call him still the name that maybe he's not too crazy about, the muscle hamster.
Yeah, his teammates at Boise State called him that. He doesn't like that, though.
He hates that name.
He told us he prefers, and he told the world he prefers Juggernaut.
It's always tough when you come up with your own nickname.
It doesn't stick.
I hope it works for him, but I have my doubt.
We're going muscle hamster here in the booth.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Winston with a give to Martin. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They gave up the 3. They're losing in this ballgame. Now it's their chance to set the offensive tone for the second half.
And it's interesting how the offense will go about helping them, too, because so many times you're looking to control a game with your defense, but your defense just gave up 3. Now your offense, as you said, has to set a tone and get you back into it or ahead in the game. Let's see if they can pull it off and get downfield and do exactly that.
We'll see if they can. The stop made by the Bucs' leading tackler in 2015, Levante David.
Nice play, baby. Nice play. Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey. Four down. Under. Force. Ready.
To throw on second down is Smith. Deep drop. Quick slant. That's caught by the veteran Macklin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Smith. Escaping and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's the Bucs' new signee from New York, Robert Ayers. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Third and long, it's Smith. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible. The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Second and 10, Smith again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jude I.J. Barema. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
2nd down, Winston. That's complete, middle of the field to Humphreys. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Simple slant route and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Let's go now. You ready?
Winston now to throw on first down. And Bright has it over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Jameis to throw it. And this is incomplete.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense, because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, though, give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You can hear them talking to each other.
And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he's brought down after a good game. And a good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Watch left. Tight. Watch left. Tight. Move, 45. Move, 45.
Here's Smith. Screen pass to Charles. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
3rd and 2, Smith. And he's got his man. That's Macklin. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. And oh, what a catch that time by Macklin. A nice pick up there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. You know, you and I talk a lot about the incredible receivers in the NFL. Catches like that, they validate our point.
Each and every time. That's why teams are looking for defensive.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A couple of cheats there to bring him down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They run it again with Martin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now Winston. They set up the screen to Martin, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. And the offense needs 7 out of this play on third down. On third down, Winston. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. One receiver to the left is Evans. They're looking to throw this. Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive?
And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And now here comes Kansas City. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. A couple of cheats there to bring him down. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down. An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
Just 1 yard to go here on second down. One man in the backfield, that's Martin. Winston here to throw. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And the slot man goes in motion left. A first down throw for Winston. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is. And what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on out an opponent, and how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
Next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year.